good with y'all? What's good? What's good? Now, 2 years ago today, I started this YouTube channel. At the time, I think it was called Enlighten Jacob, if I'm not mistaken. And it's been a journey. It's definitely been a crazy 2 years. And one thing that YouTube has definitely really taught me was that it's so important to be yourself, bro. It's so important to be authentically you, and it's just so important to love and accept yourself for all your flaws and imperfections. You gotta realize that within this universe that we live in, this mirror universe that we live in, you specifically, yes, you, whoever's watching this video, the universe will never take its shape ever again in that form, okay? You are a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The universe will never experience itself through the lens of you ever again. As similar of a situation as it could manifest itself as again, it'll never be you. The universe will never be me again. I am a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and it is so important to cherish this way of thinking, okay? YouTube has definitely been a progress checker or a marker of my journey. I started my YouTube channel today, January 7th, but in 2021, it's now 2023, it's been 2 years. And I remember the day that I went to Target, after online schooling at the time when we had COVID and things like that. I remember I went to Target, I bought a tripod, which I later gave away, but I ended up getting an even better one. I went to Target, I got the tripod. I remember the specific tree stump that I put my phone on and just started talking. I was just talking about ascending to 5D, and I was talking about, the Matrix, the reptilians, all that type of stuff. And it's like so crazy to me that that's the person that I was 2 years ago. The way that I look, the way that I sound, the way that I think, the way that I carry myself is completely different. At the time when I first started my YouTube channel, I had an afro. Now I have a full set of locks. I have a lion's mane. You feel me? So it's just like, bro, even the way that I speak, like my voice even now has more definition to it. Just I've gotten taller, I've gotten stronger, my mindset is way different, and it's as if YouTube has been a progress checker for me. I can click on one of my videos and I could tell you exactly what I was doing and what I was feeling within that period of time in which I made the video. YouTube has definitely helped me out a lot. A lot of people struggle with their true identity. Some people don't even like the way that their voice sounds. But you know what? That's all right. And the reason why I say that is because it all comes down to self-acceptance. At some point or another, you have to force yourself in these uncomfortable situations in order for you to grow. I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of weird getting on a camera and just talking to myself. I'm literally talking to myself and recording it and putting it out for the world to see, okay? It's weird sometimes, but eventually, as you start to accept yourself, you're gonna really find your true bread and butter. Ever since the inception of this channel, I created this channel because I wanted to be understood. I wanted to be heard. And eventually, over time, this evolved into my true passion. I wanted to be a motivational speaker. I wanted to be a social media influencer and just being able to leave my mark on the world. Ever since I created this channel, despite me going into multiple different directions, such as, doing entrepreneurship, continuing to go to school, wrapping crystals and things like that, my original goal was to help people. I remember back in August of 2020, I went to this spiritual place that I met the person who taught me how to wrap crystals. So you see how everything is divinely connected. I went to a place called Sundial Herbal Shop in Hempstead, New York, Uniondale, New York. I met my mans, right? And I remember when I was there, just getting to know the people who were working there, just talking to everybody. There was this one woman who told me, create a YouTube channel. Make a YouTube channel, start talking to people, start getting your message out. Because at the time, I was just getting into my spirituality, and it's like, it was as if I was upgrading my level of awareness, my level of consciousness, and not many people were understanding me. And I did not want to be misunderstood, especially seeing as how I felt as throughout my whole entire life, I was misunderstood. So I made this YouTube channel to not only be understood, but to leave my mark on the world. I've always wanted to be a social media, or not even necessarily social media, but a motivational speaker. My passion has always been to help other people. I've always been the type of person who, I'm not gonna say I was built different, but I'm gonna say I was built different, because throughout my whole entire life, I've always wanted to instill this inclination of greatness, not only into myself, but into the people around me. I remember even times as a kid where I had to step up to the plate and be this man. I had to exude a level of greatness that people never had, even at such a young age. You know, from the time that I was in freaking elementary school to middle school, and even part of high school, you know, people would tell me that I was a white man stuck in a black man's body for the way that I spoke, because I'm very passionate about what I say, because of my aneurysms, because of the way that I move my body, or mannerisms, however you say it. The way how I move my body, the way that I can connect my sentences, the way that I speak to other people. And it's like, this is excellence, you know? And it's like, YouTube has definitely only re-solidified that excellence. You know, one of my most popular videos is my semen retention video, which after my experiences within the last few months, and just, you know, all the experience that I've accumulated ever since I made that first semen retention video, or what was it, Stop Releasing to Become a God, whatever it was, I'll definitely drop another video about just semen retention in general, how I feel about it now. But my most like interactive video with people and things like that, the one that people have left the most amount of comments on, is definitely my melanated and 9 ether being video. That is my most popular video, and I love it, but I hate it. Reason why I love it is because I'm glad that even at the time, I think I made that video in June or July 2021, even in July, people were just, I had knowledge, I had wisdom, I had information, I had a set amount of skills, I had whatever I had, that people actually wanted to listen to me. You know, people still want to listen to that video. That video is still being recommended to multiple people, to hundreds, thousands, whatever, tens of people. And I love that. But at the same time, I don't, because that version of me no longer exists. Going back to the progress tracker thing, in the beginning of when I made this channel, I am no longer that same person. I don't resonate with any of that stuff anymore. And although the principles are still there, everything has just evolved way further than what it was back in 2021. See, a lot of the time, I was talking about how white people don't have souls, and you have to ascend to 5D, you have to do this, you have to do that, December 21st. And at the time, this is what I resonated with as a result of my level of awareness about what I saw spirituality to be. But looking at it now, because of the amount of wisdom that I have, I don't resonate with any of that anymore. And hell, I don't even consider myself spiritual. I don't consider myself religious. I don't really even consider myself much of a human. I'm just simply the observer in this body taking a human form. Throughout the last 2 years, I've skated in and out of a relationship. I lost loved ones, you know. I've grown a lot. I failed a lot. I've seen people that I love at their lowest. I've seen people that I love at their highest. I've been to Florida. I've been to upstate New York. Started getting into music production. I've started reading books. I started changing my mindset. I'm affiliated with mentors. I started a freaking crystal business. I have multiple social medias. And overall, it's been a journey. And in conclusion, it's okay to sometimes feel as though, you know, you don't have the most amount of motivation to do one thing. You know, throughout the last 2 years, I was very, very passionate about YouTube, but then there were times where I wasn't so passionate about YouTube. There were times where I, you know, didn't accept myself as much. There were times where I felt ashamed to get on camera as a result of the way that I thought about myself. There were times where, you know, I was like, damn, I don't want to do this YouTube shit no more, because I didn't know how to edit videos, or I didn't know how to do A, B, C, and D. But look, the first step to being really good at something is to fucking suck at it, okay? And if you suck, yet have the inclination to want to be the greatest at your craft, at your skill, you're going to be amazing. No matter what it is, you're going to be amazing. You're going to surpass everybody, because it is that inclination of excellence that is instilled within you that makes you want to go out and do more. Not many people have the drive to want to go out and attract and manifest their goals. Not everybody wants to go out and, you know, give it their all. Not everybody wants to put their best foot forward. And I'm not saying that's inherently or necessarily a bad thing, but what I am saying is, what separates you from everybody else is the fact that you want it, you need it, you'll do anything to go and get it. And that's what makes you great. That's what makes you excellent. And it's the fact that for the past 2 years, I've been grinding on YouTube, okay, fairly consistently, I would say, but grinding on YouTube for the past 2 years, That's my excellence. It doesn't matter how many subscribers I have. Right now, I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm at 404, 405, and I appreciate everybody who subscribed to my channel. But at the end of the day, it's just a number. It doesn't matter to me, okay? When I hit 100,000 subscribers, when I hit 1 million subscribers, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, when I hit 10K subscribers, when I hit whatever, 500K, whatever, the information is not going to change. It is simply just a man, a 17, 18, 19-year-old boy, starting from 15, just this guy, this black kid on YouTube just talking. What's the difference? It is simply just a number. It doesn't matter how many views I get, the information is still there. And no matter whether I make it or not, it's still YouTube. It's still me. It's still Jacob Abraham Griffin making videos. Don't let material value and numbers define your worth. Whether you have 1 subscriber, whether you have 10 subscribers, whether you have 1 million, billion, quadrillion subscribers, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because it's all about your excellence that nobody can define external from you. The only person that can define your excellence is you, internally, in your heart. And in my personal opinion, I have a heart of gold who doesn't want to harm or affect negatively anybody in any way, shape, or form. And that's what makes me great. If that's what makes you great, then let's fucking go get it together, you know what I'm saying? But again, I'm super appreciative of the fact that I was able to continue to make it to 2 years, you know, and counting too. This is just the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Every closed door is the opening for a new one. I'm gonna keep on doing this shit, and nobody's gonna stop me. I'm gonna see the day that I get monetized on YouTube. I'm gonna see the day that I hit 100,000 subscribers. I'm gonna see the day that I make this shit happen. I'm gonna see the day I get sponsorships. I'm gonna see the day where I'm able to not only quit my job and things like that in favor for my passion, which is helping and inspiring and motivating others. I'm gonna see the day of all of that shit. And if y'all could help me, and if I could help myself, and if we could all get this shit together, then let's go. Let's make it happen. But with that being said, I love myself to you. We're gonna rock out. We're gonna continue to make it happen. And we're just gonna make this shit great. We're gonna make it a movie. We're gonna make it a spectacle. We're gonna do this shit. But with that being said, I love myself to you. Peace.